Hola muchachos. So next we're going to look at how to make introductions in Spanish. Again, let's review a little bit from the previous Educreations video, the difference between informal and formal, because in Spanish, a lot of the dialogue can differ whether you're speaking formally or informally. Just to review, some differences that we looked at already is, for example, the word tú, which means you. Informally, it would be tú. Formally, however, would be usted. There are other times that things vary that in this lesson based on whether you're speaking informally and formally. Another one is when you ask, ¿Cómo estás? How are you? The formal version of that question is, ¿Cómo está? And you can add usted to emphasize, how are you? Notice that it's está and not estás. There's no S. Also to ask, what is your name? Informally in Spanish, you say, ¿Cómo te llamas? To ask formally a person, what is their name? What is your name, rather? You say, ¿Cómo se... Let me just change color here to emphasize. Llama. Two differences. Notice the T becomes se, and there is no S, similar to here. There's no S in está, there's no S in llama. Also, to introduce somebody, so you're going to say, let's say to a friend, you're going to say, hey, let me introduce you to someone. You would say, te presento a. Formally, you're speaking to somebody, so you want to introduce either your friend. It doesn't matter who you're introducing. It matters who you're talking to. If you're talking to somebody you have a formal relationship with, you would not say te. You would say le presento a. So little changes that indicate whether the dialogue is formal. You're speaking formally or informally. Here, te. Here, te becomes le. Yes? Let's look at some dialogues from the book. Again, we're in the preliminary lesson. And we have Esteban and Diana here. Esteban says, Hola, me llamo Esteban. Y tú, so this is an informal conversation because he uses tú. ¿Cómo te llamas? Here he just asks, Hi, my name is Esteban. And you, what is your name? Now, they are strangers, but they're both kids, so this makes the conversation informal, okay? He says, my name is Esteban, that applies to both, but ¿Cómo te llamas? Is definitely informal. It's got the te and it's got the llamas. Diana responds, me llamo Diana. And then he says, encantado. Encantado means delighted, so delighted to meet you. And just a note, because Esteban is the one talking, it ends in O. If Diana were the one that had said delighted, it would have to be encantada. So if a person who is delighted is male, it ends in O. If the person who's delighted is female, it ends in A. But she doesn't use encantada to respond. Instead, she says igualmente. Igualmente means likewise or equally. It kind of has the word equal in it. Now, let's look at the second dialogue. Diana, Ana, and Esteban. Diana wants to present Esteban to Ana. So the dialogue is going to be informal, not based on who is being introduced, no, but rather the fact that Diana is talking to her friend Ana. So it's going to be informal because of that. Diana is going to introduce Esteban informally by saying, te presento a Esteban. Literally, let me present you to or introduce you to Esteban. Ana is going to answer encantada. Remember, encantada means delighted, but it ends in a because here it's Ana who's saying it. Esteban then uses igualmente. Likewise, equally, same here. That doesn't change. That's always the same. Okay? Next, let's look at Señorita Machado. Remember, señorita is abbreviated SRTA. That's like saying Miss, MS. And Señorita Machado says, Perdón. ¿Cómo se llama? Perdón just means pardon, and it kind of looks like it. Pardon, excuse me, perdón. ¿Cómo se llama? Remember that se makes it formal, and there's no S at the end. So again, it's a formal question asked to a person you'd speak formally to. Señorita Daza responds, Me llamo, my name is Raquel Daza. Me llamo doesn't matter. You're just referring to yourself, so it's neither formal nor informal. Formal nor informal. Señorita Machado, Señor Ortega, and Ana are speaking in this last dialogue. Señorita Machado is going to present Ana to Señor Ortega. Now notice, Ana is somebody that Señorita Machado could speak informally to if she wanted to. But what makes this dialogue formal is the fact that she's introducing Ana to this guy. So it matters who she's talking to, not whom she's presenting or introducing. So Señorita Machado says, Le presento a Ana Vega. Señor Ortega responds with mucho gusto. Mucho gusto is nice to meet you, a pleasure. And Ana says, el gusto es mío. Literally, the pleasure is mine. Neither of these are formal or informal, but le is a formal way to present, to introduce somebody. See? Just a couple more or a few more dialogues here. Another way to ask about. So you're not introducing or speaking to, but asking about. There's a few ways to ask about people and to identify them. One is, ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es is who is she or who is he? ¿Es Raúl? Notice that's not the response. She's asking, is that Raúl? And this girl responds, no, es Juan. No, it is Juan. So, ¿quién es? Who is that? Who is he or who is she? Another way to ask is, ¿Cómo se llama? Now, notice we used this previously. Remember here, ¿Cómo se llama? But here you're talking to a person. ¿Cómo se llama? In this dialogue, you're talking about a person, a third person. So you're saying, what is his or her name? And to respond, you don't say me llamo because you're not responding about yourself. You say se llama, she or he is Diana. And last but not least, you can ask, ¿Se llama Miguel? Is that Miguel? Is his name Miguel? And Esteban answers, sí, se llama Miguel. Yes, he is Miguel. Notice you just change it from a question to a statement by taking away the question marks. Now, while I'm here, let me point out, in Spanish, whenever you use a question mark, you always have two. An upside down one and the right side up one. Okay? If you don't know how to make the upside down one, let me just show you quickly, although I'll show you again in class. You make a C, kind of, up, and a dot. But there's always two. Bien? Adiós, muchachos.